Ooh, are we live? Are we live on YouTube? Are we live on YouTube? Let me check. This is the first time I'm going live on YouTube. And this is the first video that I'm making on YouTube. And I will explain this whole thing in a bit. Just want to make sure everything is working. Let me just make sure everything is working. First of all, can you hear me out there? This is live, so I can see your comments. If you let StreamYard, I guess, have permission to see you. Wow, people are on already. Yes, okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Awesome. Great. I was supposed to come on at 8:30. I was having some technical difficulties testing things and all that stuff, but here we are. Here I am. Welcome to the Ripple Effect of Healing show. I named it the Ripple Effect of Healing, and I will get into that. But this, like I mentioned earlier, is my first video for this channel. And you're going to get to know me. Hopefully I get to know you. You're going to understand why I created this channel. I owe it to a lot of people. This is not something that I came up with, right? But like I said, we'll get into that. And I'm just super excited to be here. This will start off as a weekly show, right? As a weekly show that I do. And the things that I'm going to be talking about are, of course, healing, right? Holistic healing, self-care, and spirituality stuff. All right. So those are some of the three things that I'll be talking about. I'll maybe touch on, some entrepreneur stuff, just sharing a lot of my experiences, personal experiences, things that I've been through, things that I've learned. They say when you share things that you learn, you get to learn it twice, right? So you retain the information a lot more. So I love to do that. I love to connect with people. I love to learn. I firmly believe that we can all learn from each other. And I respect everyone's perspectives and ideals, right? We all have gone through a lot of things in our lives that we, can draw experience from. And, we can learn from one another. And that's also a part of the healing process, right? The healing journey. So, like I said, super excited to be here. I just want to shout out some people that are here. Shout out to the Healing Tribe. I see your comments. M. Noel, Maduri Kotra, Sleeping Sun, Brianna, Melissa Tower, Brianna Neal. Yay, Miss Fanny Pants, Miss Angela. Wow, Healing Tribe representing. I'll get to that too. I'll get to the Healing Tribe as well. Jessica, cousin Jessica is here. Wow, amazing. Just Lisa 618. Amazing. You guys showed up. Thank you so much. You really love me. You really. I'm just kidding. But I appreciate the love and I appreciate your presence, of course. So let's answer a few questions, right? Because this intro video, this first video on my YouTube channel, and the channel is going to be called The Ripple Effect of Healing. It's going to be all be about getting to know me, right? Why should you even watch me? Who is this Jay Chantalangsi guy, right? Like, what does he have to offer? Is he just talking some nonsense? Like who is this dude, right? You want to get to know the person that you're watching, right? And understand what they've been through or some of the perspectives. That's why we watch things. That's why we follow people, right? That's why we connect with people that we watch on YouTube or creators, right? And it's such an amazing time in our lives right now to have all of these tools like YouTube and TikTok and Facebook, to do that, to share our stories, to connect with one another, create this ripple effect of healing, right? And to share our positivities, to learn from one another, to help ourselves, to help each other heal, right? I mean, that's a huge part. I think we can all agree that we need a lot of healing, especially during this time in our lives, specifically with everything that's going on right around us globally. And it affects a lot of us, right? And some of us, it's directly affected us. And, you know, that's that's real, right? That's what's happening right now. So who am I? What do I do? Where do I come from? Right. First off, my name is Jay Chantalangsi. I am a husband. I'm a father of three. I'm an energy healer, holistic wellness coach, and a web designer, right? Um, I'm a web designer by trade. That's what I do. I have my bachelor's of science in marketing from San Francisco State University. Um, Happily married. I came here to the United States as an immigrant, right? Um, with my parents and my sister. And we can get into that in a little bit, but uh, I still do web design, but my focus right now, and has been the last year and a half, is healing, holistic healing. And I've been sharing a lot of the things that I've learned throughout my own healing journey and the things that I've learned from other people, other mentors, other gurus, other spiritualists about this healing process. Some might call it as an awakening process, right? We all carry a lot of trauma inside of us, right? We've all been through a lot of things in our lives from childhood up until now, emotional, physical, mental abuse, right? All of that carries trauma. And we all go through this, hopefully, all of us can go through this beautiful journey of awakening and, healing ourselves. We have the innate ability to self heal. So I'll start from the beginning, right? Of how I came to this point in my life and how I came to this point of creating the Ripple Effect of Healing YouTube channel. Okay. And what the whole goal is and what I plan to achieve, I hope to achieve, and how I plan to, like the channel is called, create the Ripple Effect of Healing, right? My overall goal is to create a ripple effect of healing, because healed people heal people, right? Healed people heal people. So back to the beginning, the origin story of Mr. Jay Chantalangsi. How did he become this person, right? Where did he come from, right? What planet did he come from? Just kidding. So I was born 1981, right, in a refugee camp in Thailand, in the Nong Khai province of Thailand, in 1981. And wow, the origin story of even why I was born in a refugee camp was a huge episode in itself. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and kind of touch on some things, and so you can get the whole understanding of how I came about. And I don't plan to, have these episodes for that long, because I know a lot of us have a lot of things that we have to do, right? So kind of want to keep it short, 20 to 30 minutes per episode. So back to the story. I was born in a refugee camp in Thailand. My parents were fleeing their home country of Laos from political persecution, right? My dad was a highly respected government official in his province in Laos. And at that time, the communists were coming in and trying to wreak havoc. And, he had to protect his family, right? And flee the country. So sent my mom, my sister, who was 2 years old at the time. My mother was pregnant with me, and a few of her siblings, my mother's siblings, a couple of my uncles and aunts, sent us on a boat across the Mekong River to a secure refugee camp on the other side of the bank in Thailand, which is where I was born. And shortly, 3 months after that, we came to the United States, fresh off the boat to the United States, because this is where the land of opportunity and success was, right? Coming to the United States, right? Freedom, success, anything that you can imagine was here, right? So we landed in Oakland, California first. Then we lived in Oklahoma City, and we came back to California for a little bit, and then ended up in Hawaii, right, for a long period of time. I grew up my adult life there, and then I came back to California. And once I came back to California, here I am. So I'm coming to you live on YouTube from the Bay Area, California, San Leandro, California, to be exact. So that's pretty much the origin story, and there's a lot of details in between that, right? A lot of details in between that. And but how did I get to this healing topic, right? How did I get to this healing industry, this healing purpose, right? So in between, me living in California, going to Hawaii, coming back to California, in between that, I got my bachelor's of science degree in marketing, right? It took me 10 years to get my 4-year degree because I wasn't the academic type. Right out of high school, straight to, the job field, working in the service industry. Worked as a host, a busser, a server, all the way up to barback, bartender, right? Fast money, the fast life, right? And then never was into school. And us first generation immigrants, Asian immigrants, our parents are all about school, are all about success. Their idea of success was you got to get a degree, 4-year degree, get a master's, work for a corporation, and then move up the ladder, and you're successful, corner office, making good money, hopefully become a doctor or a lawyer or engineer, any of those, the job titles, bam, success, instant, I know that's a lot of the outlooks on some other, cultures as well, right? The Asian culture, that's what it was, right? But like I said, I was never the academic. My sister was, right? She finished, school in a timely manner, right? 4 years in university, got the job, right? And did it, right? Me, total different route. Right? Total different route. But I did, get my degree, like I said, in marketing. I did the whole corporate, job thing for a while. And then while I was in corporate, I was doing web design and web management, setting up e-commerce stores for the company that I worked for, right? And did, online marketing. And this is at the cusp of like the social media, digital marketing trend, right? Because before, a lot of it was traditional marketing, and the first form of digital marketing was like email, start creating an email list. It wasn't like organic or paid advertisement via social media, right? Companies were still spending money on, Google Ads platform had just come out, all this stuff. So companies were trying to hop on the trend, to acquire new customers, right? So that's what I was doing. I was at the cusp of the beginning of this new, digital marketing trend. It's not a trend anymore today, but it's very prevalent in all companies, right? So I did that, and I decided to go my own way, right? I took the leap to become an entrepreneur. I even drove Uber, did uh, jobs, odd jobs, with like Postmates and Instacart and all that stuff, just to get the feel of being my own boss, right? Having my own time. Because most of us can relate that when you're in corporate and working for a 9 to 5, you get kind of stuck, you know? Um, I became very robotic, you know? uh, and I knew deep down inside that wasn't for me. Working for a 9 to 5 wasn't for me. If that's it for you, awesome, right? I guess I didn't love my work or my job at the time and that much, but I knew deep down inside I wasn't. I didn't feel like I wanted to be an employee for the rest of my life. So stepped into doing my own thing, right? Created my own digital marketing agency, which I still have, and help entrepreneurs and small businesses create web presence, social media management, all that stuff. I have a partner in doing that, one of my best friends. So super blessed that we can do that. And then, there was a turn. There was a shift in my life, that shifted into this whole healing, right? This whole healing purpose path, this whole healing path. And mind you, in between all of this, I met my wife, I had a daughter, right? I also had another daughter from a previous relationship. Was never married, but we had our daughter, right? So I have a daughter who was 11 right now, and I have my daughter with my wife who just turned 3, and then my son who just turned 1, right, in July. So, and meeting my wife and being in a relationship, that's a whole nother episode as well. Okay, so like I said, I'm just gonna touch on little things here and there so you can get a synopsis of like who I am, right? So what had happened was for my wife and I to get on this healing path, something happened. And this something that happened was my son, right? My son was born. So he was the catalyst of why my wife and I started on this healing path and started to really focus on our own self-healing holistically, right? So when my wife was pregnant with my son last year, everything was great. Everything was fine. Pregnancy was great. He was a big baby, right? Wife was doing great, no complications, nothing, right? Everything was fantastic. And she was healthy, baby was healthy, my son was healthy, which was good. And even the birth was great, right? And, even when we didn't even know what we were going to have, right? Because for both my daughter and my son, we opted not to know the gender, right? So we didn't find out until the baby came, right? So, like I said, we had, our daughter Sage first, and then our son. So after our son was born, maybe a month and a half after that, my wife started feeling very depressed. She quickly became distant. She quickly was very moody, didn't want to get out of bed, very sad and emotional. And let me tell you that, my wife is already hypersensitive and she's an empath. So she already feels a lot of these emotions, all right? And I just thought, okay, this is normal, right? Because women who have children, who have babies, they're growing an actual human being inside of them, which is a beautiful process. They have to go through a lot of these changes, right? Emotionally, physically, mentally, even spiritually, right? they're giving a lot of themselves to grow this human being, right? In their belly. Of course, things are going to be off. Of course, she's going to experience some things. Of course, she might feel these things, right? But as the weeks and the months, went by, she got worse and worse in her depression, in her mood swings, in her responses, her reactions. And thankfully, she was aware of that. And I was very aware of that too. And, we made the decision to go see a, psychiatrist, make an appointment with a doctor. And they recommended us, see a psychiatrist and psychologist and, kind of talk to them and see what's going on mentally, right? And of course, after a couple of appointments, she was diagnosed with postpartum depression, anxiety, and rage, right? And this is real, okay? And I've learned a lot about postpartum depression, anxiety, and rage because of this experience. Did you know that you, as a woman, you can suffer or, have postpartum depression, rage, and anxiety even 15 months, 12 to 15 months after you give birth? Did you know that? It's crazy, right? Crazy. So that was very alarming for us, for me as a husband. I was just losing my mind. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I didn't know how to help her. I was very helpless because even things that I was trying to do to help her wasn't helping. She would still just be very, sad and depressed. And times she didn't want to, hang out with the kids and stuff, right? Like what's a husband to do? Like what's a partner to do, right? And I was very worried about her. So after she got diagnosed, it kind of clarified a lot of things, right? And she's never been through this before, right? She's never been through this type of depression before. I've never been through this type of depression before, so we had no idea. So then, of course, after a while, the doctor tries to prescribe her some antidepressants, right? And my wife has always been the very, alternative, holistic, person. She like swears by coconut oil, you know what I mean? Uses all natural products and stuff like that. Hardly wears makeup. That's her. That's who she is, right? So when the doctor was like, here's a prescription for antidepressants, she was like, no. She was like, no, I don't want to take any antidepressants. She didn't want to take antidepressants, even if there was like a slight chance. And according to the doctor, the antidepressants, I mean, the chance of it affecting our son was very minimal. It was like less than 1% or something like that, right? It's something very minute, but my wife was not having it. She was like, I don't care if it's 0.001%. I'm not going to take anything that can affect our son, right? So that drove her to do some research in other holistic ways to kind of combat this postpartum depression, anxiety, and rage. So she started looking on Instagram, right? She found this emotion code practitioner. Her name was Aisha Heals. Very knowledgeable, holistic healer of the emotion code. And she started diving into her content, and she got wind of the book, The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And she bought the book, right? The Emotion Code. And then once it came in, it's a pretty thick book. And once we got it, she asked me if I should read it. So I read it. After I read it, something told me this is what's going to help her. Something told me. Okay, like I when you have that feeling like this is it, like this intuitive feeling, right? It's like something told me like this is it. This is what's going to help you. And I told her straight, I was like, this is what's going to help you. This is what's going to fix this postpartum depression, raging anxiety. Because I finished the book in 3 days. I listened to it on Audible. She likes to read, right? So she was like slowly going through the book, actually reading the book. But I went through it quick, because I was in this position where, like, if anything is gonna help, well, I'm down for it. I'll learn about it. I'll make time. I'll take her to the appointments, whatever. Like, I just didn't want her to feel depressed, because it hurts me to see her that way, right? So got through it in 3 days, and something said, this is it. I believe this is what's going to help you. So we implemented those techniques that was in the book, right? We implemented those techniques. The book actually teaches you how to release trapped emotions, right? Release trapped emotions. And trapped emotions just means trapped emotional energy. And we're going to get into all that in the later episodes. I can tell you a ton of information about trapped emotions and frequencies and energies, different emotions that are generated from different organs, how it can affect your overall health and well-being, right? But we'll get into that. So we read the book, we implemented the techniques, and slowly but surely we were releasing all these trapped emotions from our body. And slowly but surely she started to get better, right? She didn't have as many depressive like events, right? And within 2.5 months, it was gone. Her depression, anxiety, postpartum, it was gone. Even her doctor was like, "What are you doing? You're great now, like, you don't even come in here crying or acting hysterical, emotional. Like, I feel like you're a lot better, right?" And at the time, my wife didn't want to tell the doctor, because some of this stuff is really, some people think it's taboo, right? It's like, is this even real? And what I'm talking about is energy healing, right? And emotions just means energy in motion, right? Emotions are energies. When you feel a specific emotion like anger, bitterness, shame, guilt, those are all emotions. Those all carry its own vibration, right? Its own energy. So when she kind of cleared herself of these trapped emotions, she got better. And after that, I cleared myself. I found out I had a lot of trapped emotions. And like I said, I can talk a lot about, my past and what I've been through on other episodes. So tune in or subscribe, hit the subscribe button. But we cleared ourselves, and that prompted us, that gave us this newfound purpose to walk this path of healing, right? Because the first thing that happened after we cleared ourselves, like, we were looking at ourselves like, if it's this easy and we can do it for ourselves, why don't we do it for other people? Why doesn't everyone do this? Like, a lot of us go through a lot of shit, right? A lot of trauma from our past. Like, how come no one knows about this, right? We didn't know about it, right? I'm 39 years old at the moment, and I had no idea about this type of holistic energy healing stuff. Like, if you would have told me about energy healing, 2 years ago, I would have looked at you like, what? What's that? What is that, right? I have no idea. So after we, kind of came to this realization, like, why doesn't everyone do this, right? My wife was like, I think I want to be a practitioner. And of course, I'm going to say, hell yeah, you should, right? Of course, go do it, right? Paid for the certification. She got certified, and then I got certified, and here we are. We have our own energy healing practice called Emotion Ally, and we help people release trapped emotions so they can live an abundant, happy, joyful life, right? And now my wife is getting body code certified. So the emotion code is actually the technique or that Dr. Bradley Nelson came up with, right? Created to help, you release trapped emotions, right? And anyone can do it. If you buy the book, you can look up YouTube channel, you can look up YouTube videos. It's very, very easy to do, right? And we release energies by tuning into your subconscious, because your subconscious knows everything about you. And you release energies after you identify the exact emotion or energy frequency that you carry, right? Whether it be, panic or shame or guilt or heartache, all of these different emotions that we go through, right? So, like I said, the book explains all of that. It's called the Emotion Code book. I'll link. I'll create a link for the book below here after this live. So, yeah, that's how we came to this healing path. And then, after we got certified, we were trying to build our practice, right? Trying to help as many people as we can. Our whole goal is to create a ripple effect of healing. That's our mission, right? Because heal people, right? Because that's what happened to us. Once we were here, we were like, we need to tell all of our families and friends. We need to tell the whole freaking world, like this could be it, right? This could change the world, right? And in order to change the world, we have to change ourselves first. We have to heal ourselves first, right? So, like I said, we started a practice, and we were doing, sessions upon sessions, and testing things. And we were still skeptical, even 3 months in. Like, is this even real? Is it even working? And the answer always came back, yes, it's working. Even our first clients were just like, they had no idea what the heck what the heck was going on. And we had to explain it to them, like, this is energy healing, they're like, does it hurt? Like, no, it doesn't hurt. We don't inject you with anything, right? It's a very non-invasive, gentle way to face some of the traumas that you've been through, right? So that's how we did it. And along the way, building our practice, we started to, spread the word of healing, started to educate some of our audiences, right? On social media, on Facebook first, on Instagram, telling our friends and family about it, right? Working on our friends and family, working on anyone and everyone that we can, persuade to let us do it on them, right? And like I said, every person that did it, they felt a positive reaction, right? They felt lighter, they felt happier. A lot of people cried because it was like an emotional release, right? And then some were very taken back by some of the releases, like, wow. They tell us, like, wow, I forgot about that event. I forgot that happened to me. It's because your subconscious suppressed it so much that you forgot that it even happened to you, right? But when you bring it up, it's like, you have to face it, to let go of that energy, to let go of that emotion, right? So start doing, a lot of educational content, trying to teach people about energy healing, and then happened to start a TikTok account. I had no expectations for TikTok, honestly. I was one of those people that thought, oh, TikTok is for like the younger generation, for kids and stuff like that, right? Because that's what was going on in the news, right? And this is like pre-COVID, and I started an account just to, because my eldest daughter, she was on it, so I started an account just to keep in touch with her, right? I was doing dancing videos and stuff like that, duets and stuff. Like I didn't create a TikTok account to educate people about, energy healing, right? Until I got the idea from a good friend of mine, Mr. Earl Kapule. He's all about gratitude. So go follow him if you don't follow him already. I'll put a link to his stuff too. He's all about gratitude, right? And he was posting on Facebook like, yeah, everyone should be on TikTok because you can grow your account pretty quickly if you have, some good content. And I kept checking his account. I was like, wow, he went from like 0 to 20,000 followers in like less than 2 weeks. And I was amazed by that. Just the sheer amount of growth was quick. And all he talked about was gratitude, right? He was like just sharing all of this good information. And that got me thinking. I was like, wow, I should do that too. I should do that for energy healing. So I did. I created the TikTok Emotion Ally Energy Healing TikTok account, and lo and behold, grew to X amount of followers, and creating all this content about healing, and it was well received, right? And then another blessing happened, right? And then there was a collective effort which created what we now know as the Healing Tribe on TikTok. So if you go follow me on TikTok at JChantalangsi, you will see very prominent the Healing Tribe. I'm very proud of the Healing Tribe. I'm very proud and very blessed of the Healing Tribe. It is a group of amazing individuals who came together, very supportive of one another, who come from different backgrounds, different places of the world, different traumas, right? And we help each other on our healing journey. We help support each other. We're there for each other, even though it's just through TikTok, right? We even created this self-care challenge, right? Because I firmly believe that to start your healing journey, it starts with self-care. It starts with self-prioritization to get you in the mindset, the heart space to begin to heal, right? From all of that trauma. And like I said, a lot of us carry a lot of trauma, right? Even though you might not know it or not. And our subconscious knows all that we carry. So we created this Healing Tribe. And it's so amazing. It's so awesome. And we did a 31-day self-care challenge. We're currently on a 61-day self-care challenge, and it's been fantastic. And the ripple effect of healing is definitely happening. It's definitely happening. And like I said, I'm just so blessed to be their guide, because I believe everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences, right? We come into each other's lives because it was already written that we are supposed to cross paths, even if it's for one instant, right? We were already connected energetically somehow, magnetically, that we were going to influence or impact our lives, right? Even all the bad stuff, right? There is a reason behind it. And that's what I firmly believe. And that's some of the things that I'm going to be talking about, as far as like the spirituality side of this channel. And that's how I became on this channel, on this YouTube channel, because of the Healing Tribe and because of the content that I was putting on TikTok, everyone on there was asking if I had a YouTube channel or telling me, you should create a YouTube channel, Jay. You should create a YouTube, because TikTok is very is micro content, right? You can only create content in less than 60 seconds, so it's a great platform, right? But the longer, content, that wasn't, there was no capability in doing that. So after long contemplation and trying to figure out where I'm gonna do this YouTube channel in my time frame, like where am I gonna do it, I decided finally to create the channel. So here I am. So this is how it happened, right? So I welcome everyone and anyone to subscribe and tune in to this show. Initially, it's going to be a weekly show here, 8:30 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also follow me on all the social media handles there at Jay Chantalangsi. And like I said, we're going to be talking a lot about healing, self-care, and spirituality, things that I'm very passionate about. And I hope this channel is going to be valuable to you, and anyone that you think can benefit from it. Please share, share this live, share this channel, share this video. Like I said, I firmly believe healed people heal people. And if I get the chance, or if I get the small, chance to inspire you, just to inspire you, just to make you think like, ooh, I think I can heal. I think I can be better. I think I can get through some of the things that are holding me back. If I can just inspire and empower you just a little bit to have you start that journey, it's all worth it for me. It's all worth it for me. And I'm going to say it over and over, because once you start to heal yourself, once you start to feel good, once you start to understand who you truly are authentically, and once you start to progress from all of that trauma and stepping into your triumph, the first thing you're going to want to do is tell other people about it, right? You're going to try to help other people, because, we're all connected, right? We have this innate connection to love, to help, to be compassionate, right? To empathize, all these amazing qualities. And when you feel good about yourself, that's all you want to do is connect with other people and help them in their journey, right? So that's what this channel is going to be about. I'm also going to be interviewing some folks, right, who have been on this journey. I want to show whoever is watching this right now, you on this other screen, I want to show you that normal people like me and you and other people, they can and they will heal, right? And as long as you start this journey, it's not going to be a pretty journey. It's not going to be an easy process. It's going to hurt a little. You're going to probably shed a lot of tears, but it's well worth it, right? And I'm going to interview people who, were at the brink of giving up, who had nothing else to lose, right? Who probably thought that nothing could get better for them. Some of the people that I'm gonna bring on, their stories are so powerful. And once you hear them, it's just I hope it just gives you a lot of hope and inspiration, and it empowers you to do the same, because we all have that ability. We all have the ability to heal. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what your childhood was like. I don't care, how your upbringing was, or what type of breakups you've been through, or, any traumatic event. It doesn't matter. You have the capability to heal. And like I said, I will bring people on and have them talk about their own healing journeys to prove it to you, right? To prove it to you. So, that's what this channel is going to be about. Now that you know a little bit about me, how I came to this point, how I created this channel. Like I said, it's going to be a weekly show on Mondays to start off. If there's a lot of traction, and if there's, a lot of need for it, I will definitely add more days. You know, hopefully my time frame and my time to do this will allow for that. But for now, it's going to be a weekly show. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything like that, you can always comment below or contact me, right? Or just follow us. You're more than welcome to join the Healing Tribe. You can come follow us on TikTok, right? At JChanthalanxy. And any of them of my handles, you can find me there. And I hope that I can inspire you and empower you to be on that journey, to start the healing process. Because like I said, it's a beautiful one. It is a beautiful process. So I'm just gonna look at some of the comments here from the Healing Tribe. Healing Tribe discussion is making me cry. Jay has blessed us so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Healing Tribe, how we carry ourselves. Awesome. Yay. Healing Tribe train. Train check. We'll talk about that too in the coming episodes about the train. You will know everything, trust me. Love and light. That's awesome. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Everyone's just putting a lot of love. Okay, cool. So that is it, pretty much for this episode. Like I said, please subscribe or please share, if you think this is going to benefit you or help you start your journey. I would be more than happy or blessed if I can help you on your journey. And like I said, you're welcome to join the Healing Tribe. You're welcome to join us on TikTok. You're welcome to join my lives on TikTok as well. I go live there 5:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have about 19 more days left for the 61-day self-care challenge. The tribe and I are coming up with our third iteration. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll figure it out. And you're welcome to join that challenge. Everything is free. There's no cost to do any of the challenges. It's just my way of spreading the word of healing and creating that ripple effect. Because at the end of the day, right, if you get on that journey and if you take one of those challenges, you're helping me create that ripple effect of healing, right? And that's all I want. That's all I want. And if we get massive amounts of people to do that, we can change the world. We can change the world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. So just like my lives, I always do a prayer and a blessing to all, right? It's a, non-denominational prayer. Doesn't matter what you believe in. And I identify more of a spiritualist, even though I was raised a devout Buddhist. My wife was raised as a devout Catholic, but my wife and I are more spiritual than anything else. So, these prayers and these blessings that I do at the end of every live, it's just a good positive, sending positive vibrations. So just like I do it on TikTok Live, here we go, right? May you, on the other side of the screen, watching this live right now, and everyone else that's watching this, and everyone in the whole world who is sharing this space, this energy with each other, may you all be at peace. May your hearts remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you completely be healed so you can be the source of healing for all sentient beings. For this I pray. It is so, it is so, it is so. All right. And that is it. right? Intro episode is done. Thank you for watching. Tune in next Monday. All the episodes will be live. I'm not going to pre-record anything, right? So if you come up in the comments, I'll see you there. I'm also going to be using the audio from my YouTube for the podcast as well, because people tell me I should be doing a podcast too, right? So I'm very transparent in everything that I do, because I want you guys to be on this journey with me, and together we're going to create the ripple effect of healing, right? That's the goal. So reach out if you have any questions, or connect with me in the Healing Tribe and other social platforms. I'm here. Be blessed. Have a great rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're watching this, right? And we will see you on the next episode. All right. Take care.